Hospitals will always be part of our family life. It goes with the territory when you have a child with complex needs. And even though I've spent several hours, sometimes several days and nights in hospital every month, I absolutely dread every minute that we're there, and it gets harder with each passing year. What one thing would make the whole experience more bearable? Well, that's easy. I wish that every single person we meet in a hospital could learn how to truly listen. I know that sometimes you're under pressure and running behind. I know that when you've been doing this job for 20 years, you may feel that you know what Toby is like and you've seen it all before, but listening matters. Some health professionals barely listen at all. Others appear to listen, but you soon realise that it was only so that they could formulate their reply. But occasionally we meet someone very special who really listens and with their whole self, so they even hear what's left unsaid. They're the ones who make magic happen. As well as absorbing our words, they gain a tangible sense of what our lives are really like in a way that parents like me seldom experience. Time can stop still while compassionate kindness soothes suffering, and in that moment something profound happens. My sick child becomes the only thing that matters. You hear and you take my concern seriously, somehow knowing that this is my first adult conversation in days. You make me feel like an equal rather than somebody less. You understand all I say even though I'm barely talking coherently. You help make sense of all my fears. You acknowledge the essence of who my broken, hurting little boy really is, barely noticing his disabilities and equipment. You make a holistic assessment based on quality of life rather than individual symptoms. And when my child doesn't cooperate with the procedure that you're trying to do, you ask for and you accept my help. I suggest that we turn it into a game and you play along enthusiastically. You offer me a glimpse of a future when all health professionals are like you, when we will all pull together on the same side, working in partnership solely to enhance my child's life. I can tell by your eyes that you know the things that we haven't talked about. You recognise my exhaustion and you notice that my hair hasn't seen a comb for the best part of a week, but you don't judge me or make me feel inadequate. You just get how my life really is, a never-ending merry-go-round of sleep deprivation, of coping with double incontinence, of tube feeds, of nasal cannulas, of oxygen saturation monitors, and of the ever-present vomiting and chest physiotherapy in the middle of the night. You know how my son's fragility terrifies me, how I'm frightened that his tenuous grip on life could snap at any moment. You feel my guilt that I can't stop his pain, and you sense how hard I work to keep him alive. You know better than to ask me how I'm coping because you know I'll always say I'm fine. You understand that that's better than me starting to cry and never being able to stop so we don't go there. We don't have to because for that moment you were already there with us and for us. Because it's not the NHS who cares for Toby. It's the people who work within it who make sure that he's okay, one person at a time, each with a choice of what difference they can make. Please always try to make the right choice. Thank you.